G'day everyone. As you can see at the title of this video, is it okay to dump your girlfriend if she is a cam girl? Now, I would ask you to read the link in the description because it's going to give you the full story. I'm going to preface this by saying I don't know how legitimate this article is. I suspect it's not because I found it in an Ask a Reddit thread. But whether it's legitimate or not, I do believe it raises a good point. Do you have the right to dump your partner if he or she works in the sex industry and they did not reveal that to you? I'm going to address, this is not as black and white as you would think. And because I am a Christian and the majority of my audience are Christians, you're all expecting me, Morgan, come down on this woman like a ton of bricks. I can't. And the reason I can't is I'm going to quickly wrap up the scenario. Okay, this guy's playing Counter-Strike with his mates. One of his mates posts a sexually explicit video. It's from a porn site. The guy who's playing Counter-Strike looks at the ad and notices one of the girls looks very familiar. So he does a bit of research and finds out that his girlfriend is one of the cam models. And he also finds out, and he also gets his friends to do research to see how many videos of her are around on the internet. Well, they said they found about 20 of them. And he's angry, understandably, not only because he found out that his girlfriend is working on a porn site, and now the site doesn't tell you whether or not she does only softcore or hardcore scenes. We don't know. That doesn't tell us that. All it tells us is she works on a campsite. She's made money from that campsite, quite a substantial amount. And he was understandably upset and he dumped her as a result. Because of two reasons. She was on the site and he was paying for everything, paying all the bills, supporting them both, and she had all this extra money on the side. Does he have a right to dump her? Absolutely. But not for the porn reasons. He does because she withheld information, she withheld money that could have helped them both, even though it is her money. But like if you are planning on being in a relationship and are planning on taking that relationship further, money is a huge issue. It is something you both need to be aware of. It's something, like any married couple will tell you, no, you have to know the money belongs to both of you, not just one of you, and you got to agree how to spend it together as a unit. So on those grounds, he's perfectly okay with dumping her. Here's where it gets a little bit greyish. And by greyish, I mean, you really, and please don't look at my shirt and say that I picked that. I just like this shirt. I didn't say pick this shirt because it's grey and I'm talking about the grey area. Stop that. What I mean to say is, the amount of men that look at porn on the internet is staggering. It's huge. So, and the thing is, this guy was willingly okay with checking out this website with the intention that he was going to look at a woman who was not his girlfriend. A woman naked who was not his girlfriend, which you're in a relationship with someone you shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be, like, think of this from your perspective. If you wouldn't like the idea of your partner fantasizing about someone else and thinking about someone else and having intimate relations with them while they're with you, because a lot of people have said that they just don't feel appreciated or they don't feel loved enough. So it's very hypocritical for this guy to have dumped his girlfriend because she worked on a campsite. Now, the lying is fine. You can end a relationship if they lie, but if it's because you're upset that she was on a porn site, no, you can't, because it's extremely hypocritical, especially if you are someone who looks at porn regularly. And I know this, and I know a lot of Christians do this because a lot of Christians have told me that they do. A lot of Christian men told me that they have. Have I? Yes. Do I right now? No. Why? Because I know firsthand the damage it does, and I don't want that to be a part of me or any future relationships that I have. And I will go into more detail on this in another video because it's coming. Someone's going to request it. Someone's going to ask, what should we do about the whole porn issue? Well, you could consider this an intro. But the thing is, if you've ever, especially as men, if you've ever looked at pornography, you've supported the industry. This guy who broke up with this girl because he was angry he found out she worked on a porn site really can't be angry at, because she looked at the porn site. I don't know how often this guy looks at porn. I haven't got a clue. But if you've looked at it and you've gotten off to it, you've supported the industry. You can't be very angry if you find out a loved one is working on it. You can't say it's okay for women you don't know to parade themselves naked online and say it's not okay for someone you know not to do it. Because that's a form of control. It is their bodies, and if they choose to do that, is it a good idea? I personally don't. You see, this is the thing. This is where the hypocrisy comes in. We all know it's a bad idea, yet a lot of us do it. A lot of us either engage in working for the porn industry, or we support it inadvertently by clicking on those links, by looking at it. So we don't really have we don't have a strong platform to stand on. You can't step on a self-righteous platform and condemn someone if they've worked in the sex industry. Now, of course, you're going to ask me, okay, Morgan, let's put your money where your mouth is. If you found out that your girlfriend worked in the porn industry, how would you react? Or posed nude online? Or performed hardcore scenes? And I mean some of the worst things, and I'm not going to go into them. What would you do? Would you dump her? I would actually be very on the fence on that, and let me tell you why. Even if she didn't tell me, the fact that I have looked at it in the past means I can't condemn her for doing it, because if you've at any stage supported something that isn't good, and then someone else has also done a similar thing, it's like, look, if you want to be forgiven, here's the thing. If I want to be forgiven for my sexual sin, then I have to be willing to forgive others. Because when you give yourself preferential treatment for sin over other people, and we all do this from time to time, we have to ask ourselves, are we becoming the hypocrite that Jesus calls wicked in the Bible? Those are the questions we need to ask ourselves. And on that note, I know the bad, what do we do about Christians looking at porn episode is coming. It is coming. It's always been coming, because I'm only going to do it when I get enough people screaming at me to do it. And I will do it. I will address it, because it is definitely something that needs to be addressed. And I have so much more that I want to say. And a lot of things that I think will reveal the negative reasons why we do it, and the positive things that we can do to change that. So before I do that, I'm going to finish the video right here. Thank you very much for listening, and have a great day.